What's up, everybody? Welcome to Podcast Now Plus. I'm Alex, and in this video, I want to talk about Cyberpunk 2077's newest delay, and talk about how it kind of broke the internet, kind of talk about where I stand on it, if it's a good thing, if it's a bad thing, all of that stuff. Really quickly, if you guys do like these videos, and I do a brand new video every single day on this channel, normally on like news things, I think that's kind of where we've settled on this channel, but I'm totally open, by the way, to doing more stuff. But if you guys haven't subscribed, please do. Red button right underneath this video, hit the bell icon so you guys know when all these videos go up. And like I said, I do a new video every single day. So Cyberpunk is a game that I'm very much looking forward to. I think there's definitely two different camps. I feel like there is really no in-between ground. There's people that either feel like it's not going to be all that, like it's overhyped, it's not going to be all that good, or they're just flat out not interested. And then there's the people that like cannot wait for this game. I suppose there is a middle ground. And to be honest with you, do I stand in that? I don't think this is going to be the greatest game to ever come out. I think it actually could be the best game of the year. I do think it has the chance to be a very, very special game. So maybe that even is a lie, because the more I think about what the game could be, the more I do get very, very excited for it. But I'm not to the point of, being really, really distraught because of the delay. So it got delayed again. Now, I think what's been breaking the internet over the last couple days is simply because the game went gold. The official Twitter and really all of Cyberpunk social media stuff, they have been very confident, which I will tell you from someone who I am sometimes overly confident myself. I can tell you, like, I do like that, but it can bite you. It can definitely come back to hurt you. It's sometimes hurt me, and it's definitely, in this case, hurt Cyberpunk. You probably saw the thing that went around Twitter where, like, the day before the delay, somebody messaged them or somebody tweeted to them and said, like, hey, I have to take the day off, or I want to take the day off that Cyberpunk comes out. I can't take it back once I do it. Will I be okay? And Cyberpunk said, the official Cyberpunk Twitter said, like, do it. And when you have things like that, well, look, again, I mean, well, rumor has it that the studio itself did not, or like the people working on the game, like the actual ground level people, did not know it was going to be delayed until everybody else saw it. So when we saw the press release that it was delayed, everybody that worked there saw the press release that it was delayed. A lot of people are very, I would assume a lot of people are pretty relieved at that work there or that work on covering games. Even myself, that's where I stand on it is, yes, is this like the 18th delay? Of course it is, and it's becoming annoying. At the same time, in terms of when the game was going to come out, it was supposed to come out again like 18 other times, but at this point, it was supposed to come out, November 19th. There was a day before Hyrule Warriors. It was a week after the PS5 and Series X and S, week after Assassin's Creed, week after Demon's Souls, Miles, Sackboy, all of this stuff, and even late October with Watch Dogs coming out today, right? Which I'm going to be playing. I'm probably playing it a lot even right now. So there's a lot of other games. So from a selfish point of view, or even from like a channel, this channel, Podcast Now, my main channel, I try to cover as much as humanly possible. And we all know Cyberpunk would have been one of, if not the hottest games, like the hottest topic game to cover in 2020. I mean, like everybody is going to be having videos on Cyberpunk. So from a selfish point of view, it is good because now it clears out November a little bit. I mean, November is still literally insane. And then it moves it to December, which now early December is actually kind of getting a little filled because we have Watch Dogs' multiplayer that comes out, I think, like the 3rd. We have Twin Mirror, the Don't Nod game. We have Immortals Phoenix Rising from Ubisoft, and now we have this all within December 1st through December 10th. We're going to have those 4 things, so that's quite a bit. That's actually more than we've ever. I mean, normally we have one, like Super Smash Bros. Was in December. Sometimes we'll have a big game very, very early December, and that's pretty much it. That's all we get. This year, we have quite a few, and then we have, like, again, DLCs or multiplayer kind of things coming. So I'm not upset, again, with the whole breaking the internet thing. I get it. People are people are disappointed. Again, even Jeff Keighley kind of ran with the whole line of, like, should we get rid of Gone Gold? Now, the way that, CD Projekt Red talked about it was that the game is done. The game's finished. Because when you go gold, that in the gaming development world, it also means, like, literally, like, you're pressing copies. Like, literally, the game is you're putting the code on the disc. You're getting the boxes ready. And now, yes, the modern age, as we get more and more on, now it goes more towards digital. But it means, like, it is finished. Everything from Gone Gold on is patches. You're working on like the day one update. You're working on just whatever else you could possibly do until the game comes out. And then obviously you could do like post-game stuff, right? And of course they could do DLCs and they could work on it for other systems, or like the PS5 full upgrade or the Xbox Series X and S full up. Like they're doing all that. But, in their press release thing, they said, too, like the reason is because it's got to work on 9 different consoles or 9 different devices in all. And that's, well, firstly, that's ridiculous. And that's honestly what a lot of other games are dealing with. I'm not saying it like, oh, they're not special or they are special or anything like that. Just when you hear that, it is kind of crazy when you think about, because of not wanting. Now, I get it. They don't want to abandon the current gen that we're still technically in for a couple more weeks. I get that. But then when you see that list of all of the different, basically, devices that it has to work on, it really is absolutely ridiculous. And that is what they said is the issue, is getting it to work on all of the devices, getting it to run smoothly on all the devices, and getting things ready for that day one patch. Now, the question is, why is it that's the question I have, is why is it structured that way, where it's like they went gold, so they declared on whatever day it was, let's say, that the game went gold, and then from that day on, they worked on the patch, and they said they undervalued or they underestimated how long it would take to do that patch. Well, then don't go, like, why does that stuff have to be included? It's almost like they planned on, okay, we're going to quote-unquote finish the game, but then we're not really finished, because we have to do like another month's work of stuff. But if that month gets, pushed even further, then we're going to have some problems with delaying the game. But that, and you know what I mean? I don't want to attack them, because I feel like gaming journalists do that enough. Really, it's very odd with the success and the talent that CD Projekt Red has. The vicious attacks that they get, mainly from they get attacks from people. People are sending them death threats, stuff like that. You don't do that. That's not reasonable. You have every right to be mad. You have every right to be upset. You have every right to tell them that you're mad and upset, but you don't threaten people, right? I think that's just that should be a general rule. I mean, it is because it's not something you're supposed to do, but people do it. So yeah, I mean, they're getting attacked by the fan base, but at the same time, there's some dumb people out there, and ultimately, a lot of people are going to be buying the game. But from the gaming journalists, they're the ones. Now, I didn't see much of this, but I assume Jason Schreier and others, Jim Sterling's of the world, they were pioneering the whole, because again, I haven't seen them on Twitter recently. I don't know where they went, but at least on my feed, I didn't see much of like because I feel like yesterday would have been a good time, or 2 days ago, whenever it was, would have been a good time to, kind of jab them with jokes of like, the crunch, like, crunch jokes, the whole like working them overtime and stuff like that. Yeah, probably that, right? That, well, now instead of working 3 weeks, 6 days a week, now they have to work like 6 weeks, 6 days a week. So something like that. I assume they both did that, and if you guys can find it, I guarantee you actually somebody ran with that joke somewhere. But that's kind of why it's like, at the end of the day. Well, firstly, I don't have a problem with that. We've talked about my views on crunch culture and stuff like that. But secondly, it's the whole quote of like the delayed game, like you can eventually make it good, and that's true. I think that yes, it's been delayed too many times, and if anything, it's probably just a lesson that you should probably just keep your mouth shut for as long as you can. Again, why Warner Bros. Actually, I would say, does a pretty okay job. They announce their game and then they release it like 3 to 5 months later. So, I mean, like what can really obviously things can happen in that amount of time, but in reality, they nail it most times because, you know what I mean? Like they can just make sure that they can get the game out. When you have it like this, when you try to promise something so far in advance, even Warner Bros. Maybe have made the mistake with like Suicide Squad Kill a Justice League. If that game gets pushed, I mean, why would you announce it now to come out in 2022 in 2 years, and then when we get closer to that, it could be delayed till 2023, and that just makes you look bad. So I do get it. I mean, it does make CD Projekt Red look bad. I don't think there's anything wrong with saying that. With that being said, it doesn't take away any excitement I have for the game. This is still going to be a must-play game to me. I know it now takes it out of consideration for the Game Awards because isn't the Game Awards like around the exact like December 10th or 12th or somewhere around there? So it obviously can't be nominated for Jeff Keighley's thing, which again, love the guy, amazing guy, but at the same time, I think if a game comes out in 2020, it shouldn't be winning awards for 2021. I know that's sometimes how the movie industry works as well. I've always thought that's just the stupidest thing in the world because that's not what the category says. If it's a 2020 game of the year, then any game that releases in 2020 would be it should be qualified, and you can't win the next year because the 2021 game of the year, it didn't come out in 2021, so it doesn't even make sense. I guess you could argue that is it the best game that you played in that year, but that really starts to mess things up in general. And that's the whole tangent aside. Let me know in the comments below, guys. What do you think? Are you disappointed in this? Does it not matter to you? Are you happy maybe by the delay? Let me know. Again, as always, make sure you guys are subscribed, have the bell icon turned on so you know when all these videos go up. And I do a brand new video on this channel every single day, and so I hope to see you guys for tomorrow's video.